There are so many ways the Apple Watch and its health sensors can help you make a fresh start in the new year. And yet, Apple has a few things it needs to resolve to do this year if it wants to keep selling its smartwatches. Apple is kicking off 2024 by dealing with a messy patent infringement case over the blood oxygen sensors in the Apple Watch. To catch you up to speed, during the week of Christmas, Apple was ordered to stop selling some models of the watch because of patent infringement, but a few days later, the watches went back on sale when Apple appealed. Apple could face more drama in the coming days. It's not over yet. What happens next depends on decisions from the International Trade Commission and how a court rules on Apple's appeal. This battle is bigger than a single pulse oximeter patent. Let's get to the heart of what matters to you and what it means for the future of the Apple Watch. I'm Bridget Carey, and this is One More Thing. Apple is very much a health-focused company right now, and it all centers in on the wrist with the Apple Watch. Apple Watches can track your heart health and give life-saving warnings. Apple Watch checks for unusually high or low heart rates or a regular rhythm. You can take an ECG reading from your wrist. The watch can tell if there's changes in your body temperature when you're sleeping. There's also fall detection to call 911, but the feature getting all the attention these days is the optical heart sensor that measures blood oxygen levels. It's a measurement that can clue you into potential breathing issues. And it's the focus of a legal battle with health tech company Masimo. A U.S. judge ruled that Apple had infringed on Masimo patents related to the technology used in Apple's blood oxygen sensing system. And the U.S. International Trade Commission, it issued an order that prohibited Apple from importing the Series 9 and the Ultra 2 models of the watch, which have this feature. Apple restarted sales of both of these watches a few days after an appeals court paused the sales ban, and there are a few things happening right now while Apple tries to keep the watch from being banned again as the fight continues. Apple said in a statement that it is working on changes to the watches. It said Apple strongly disagrees with the ITC's decision. In addition to the appeal at the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit, Apple is vigorously pursuing legal and technical options to ensure that we can continue to provide customers with Apple Watch Series 9 and Apple Watch Ultra 2, including having submitted a proposed redesigned Apple Watch Series 9 and Apple Watch Ultra 2 for U.S. Customs approval. Add to all of that a Bloomberg report that says Apple has been working on software changes to the blood oxygen detection feature, but the dispute is over hardware patents. So how could a software change fix it? Maybe if Apple argues that it's the software that controls how the hardware functions. Meanwhile, Apple's also fighting to keep the Apple Watch on sale for this entire appeals process, even if the software fix is not good enough for regulators right now. It's possible the Apple Watch could be sold during the legal battle, or the court could reinstate the ban. And no surprise, I am seeing a bunch of discounts right now on Apple Watches, because who knows what the future holds. Maybe Masimo and Apple will have talks for a settlement or go into some sort of licensing agreement. It's even possible Apple could just take a few months to change up the watch hardware and put it back on sale later. We'll have to wait and see. This news may feel like it came out of the blue, but the patent infringement battle with Masimo has been going on for 3 years now. Bloomberg has a good timeline if you want to read up more on how we got here, and the Wall Street Journal has been covering the drama in depth with interviews with the CEO of Masimo. But however this case goes, it could shape the future of Apple Watch development. Apple is moving fast on making sure it has cutting-edge health sensors in its upcoming Apple Watches. And when you move fast, it's entirely possible Apple may butt heads with more healthcare tech companies when it comes to patents. Maybe for upcoming blood glucose monitoring or blood pressure sensors. Lots of companies are racing to get an edge in this space right now. Next week, there won't be a usual One More Thing episode from me because I will be covering some of that cutting-edge health tech at CES, the big consumer electronics show in Las Vegas. You're going to find me on this channel talking about all sorts of cool things I find, wearables among them, of course. Apple wants the wrist to be the key to your health. It's fun to see how other tech companies also see what the future holds for our wrists and health tracking. So stay tuned, and we'll see if the Apple Watches are still on sale for the next episode. Or maybe we'll find some new tech we want Apple to put in its future watches, without infringing patents, of course. Catch you next time.